It's still gonna be funny though.
Hey everybody, how's it going?
Hello, Pretty Long. How are you?
Good, looks like I made it just in time to see them start.
Yes, indeed. So we've got all 3 regular crystals in the light world.
Yep, so there goes your Moon Pearl Unped, I guess.
Yes, so, oh, wait, what? Oh, well, aren't there Dark World dungeons you can do without? Also, there's the lamp. But yes, you start with them in the glitched logic. Mainly so you can do boots clips.
Yeah, the boots just allows you so much movement. And Chex is getting a lucky bomb pull there. That we just have the Overworld glitch seeds start with boots right from the beginning.
Yep, alright, let's see what's at Lumberjack. Oh, Aga required. Well, actually, I guess both of them know how to hover, but it's gonna depend.
Yeah, we'll have to wait to see what Swamp Palace is, if it's a crystal or not.
On that, and then, you know, is the, do we need it to get to the East Death Mountain and all that stuff? Blue Man.
Yeah, with the boots, they don't need it to get to East Death Mountain.
You know, it would be funny to see a double hover seed. I'm just saying.
So I'm gonna make a prediction that Chex is gonna head over to Death Mountain from here. I know that's an opening that he likes a lot. And then I think we'll see Acktheboker's head over to Cat.
You know, I'm just gonna be honest, I kinda want to see it where they don't have to go get that hook shot and they just end up doing this without hook shot the entire season. Actually, no, I guess East Death Mountain isn't a thing in this, is it? You can get over there with glitches.
Yeah, definitely.
Flippers?
That's always a little disheartening to see early on because it easily interrupts your water walking.
Ugh, yeah, that is... ugh. It's just like, the second you hit shallow water, it just like cancels your water walk.
Yep, and then you gotta swim slowly to wherever you want to go.
It's so annoying. But, you know, absolutely required for swamp, so if that's required.
Yep, Chex is doing his standard opening. He likes to teleport down here to Graveyard Ledge. Usually he does it so that he can get some early bombs, but they've already found a bunch of bombs by now.
Yep, and a fire rod.
So looking over their records, it looks like Chex is 2... Is he 2-0 or 2-1?
I have no idea. I don't even know where to find that info.
Alright, and then Ack is 1-0, I think. But this is the first time that they're seeing each other. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. Alright, so they're continuing their overall checks. Oh, the ice rod is here too. Makes me start thinking about whether Trinex is in the near future.
Gosh.
So I think Ack is trying to get down to desert from here.
Yep.
This one's a little bit finicky. It looks like maybe he's given up. Yeah, he can get there from here. This is a lot. This teleport is a lot nicer. You just gotta clip in the right amount, just like all the other slopes, and then jump off the ledge.
Also, single arrow from the bottle fender.
That'll make any hints that we get about someone friendly holding a unique item interesting.
True.
So we'll see how far they decide to go. Oh, be careful, Ack. Alright, he's okay. We'll see how far they decide to try to get into desert. Ack is realizing that those rocks are in the way when he goes this direction. But they do have, it is in logic for them to full clear desert. Gloves is not required to finish it. There's a way to get around the rocks.
Yep. Also, Tenaishun, don't forget that logically Aga is 100% required. Well, I don't think there's a way to overworld glitch to that anyway.
You mean to get into the lumberjack? No, we've been trying for quite a while to try to find a way to break that requirement, but so far we haven't been lucky. We have found ways to get that item without boots, but you still need to kill Aga.
How do you get it without boots?
I'm not too familiar with the methods myself. Chex is being a cheater and just passing up the race game. But I think there's some ways to like despawn the leaves and things like that.
Huh. Interesting. I'm assuming that is considered Maker.
Yes. Yes, it is. But it is an overworld glitch, so it is up. And yeah, Chex finding those gloves that Ack decided to skip out on because he couldn't get over in that direction. So we'll see if that comes into play. Chex is going to be able to check Checkerboard Cave right after this as well, now that he has the gloves. And the dongos dislike smoke. Did you know that?
Guess that would make sense. Kinda-ish, not really, but let's just go with it. Alright. Mini Moldorm Cave, is it gonna be hyped today? Also, I saw some medallion on Chexhuman side.
Ether, says our tracker. So we got a full heart, 20 rupees, small piece of heart. Oh,
Moon
Moon
Pearl.
Pearl.
I'll press F for Moon Pearl on pedestal.
Yeah, the beginning of Glitch Seeds is always kind of like a search for Moon Pearl, so I'm sure Ack is happy to see this one early and that it's not buried somewhere like on Cold Stare or something crazy like that.
I'll never forget the inverted seed where Moonfro was on blind and they had to do 4-heart hammer blind.
Gotta practice your hammer blind. Oh, Akka's gonna try again. Maybe he'll get his gloves. It looked close. The thing about this area is that there's a lot of different setups that people use, so I can't even tell whether Ack is correctly lined up or not, because there's like, I've seen at least like 4 different ways to get down to desert from here, and they're all different. I just know my way.
I don't know any of the ways, so I just kind of look and it's like, if they clip in, good. If not, I have no idea what went wrong.
Chex is trying to conserve his magic cure so that he can use it against Landmolas. He can bomb them as well, so he should have enough.
You've never tried Bomb Landmola, have you?
Well, not solely bombs, no. I always have something secondary as well.
Yeah, Bomb Landmolas is not fun.
I usually end up bombing myself, you're right. Ack throws in the towel.
Nice. And just 20 rupees, but a crystal.
We're still 12 minutes in, that's not that bad.
You know, I'm curious, is there a way into the back of Swamp without the hookshot and major glitches, like underworld glitches allowed?
Yes, there is. With YBAs and stuff, it's usually not very... It depends on what rule set you're playing with, but it's usually not very useful because usually we can get to Hera very quickly from the beginning of Swamp and then just get the crystal or the pendant that way. So you only try to go to the back if you're looking for a bunch of items.
Huh. But you can get everything in Swamp without it?
Yeah, it was discovered that there's a way to decouple the puffs from Argus, so you don't even need the hookshot to grab the puffs away.
Yeah, I heard about that one. Can you do any of it without flippers and major glitches?
Yes. It's been a while since I've been doing the no logic stuff, but yeah, there may be some test chests like in the middle that I feel like there's a way to get around all of it, but I don't like going into Swamp because I'm not very familiar with all the ways to finish Swamp.
Yeah. I only play no glitches, so this is really my first dabbling with major glitches of any sort.
Yeah, the underworld runs are a lot more complicated, so...
Ooh, we're getting a hover.
Nice. Oh!
Ooh, that hurts a lot. That's why people generally don't opt to go that direction, because it's like... Yeah. It's faster if you get it, but if you fail it, you gotta climb the mountain again.
You can wrap around from the bottom of Death Mountain and just get the Tower of Hera, which would be quicker, but the Ack is... It's kind of hard when you can't do spin speed, so Ack may be just playing it safe and going the regular route up the stairs.
And we know we probably won't be seeing hook speed anytime soon. Though there are medallion dashes, but those probably waste more time than they save. Actually, no, you can't do that without sword. Never mind. Gosh. This game really limits you without the sword.
Alright, let's see if Ack finds anything in the Death Mountain Hype Cave.
Nothing so far, but maybe up top. Ow.
$20 rupees, a bottle. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
Samaria.
nice. That really sounds like Turtle Rock now.
Well, I mean, there's no weapon.
Logic will expect them to be able to at least do spin speed or to get into Turtle Rock. I mean, they can always go through the front as well, but need a sword for that.
Why would it expect you to do spin speed? Is that like
you can get into the middle entrance of Turtle Rock if you can do spin speed.
There's our sword!
And Bombos. Yeah, so the interior of Turtle Rock is definitely in Logic now. They have Pearl. They can do spin speed to get onto the ledge where the big chests and the eye laser walls are.
Yeah. Also, count extreme. We're probably not gonna see Agate today unless Swamp is crystal. Or something's in the back of Swamp. I know for a fact both Ack and Chexhuman know how to hover. Heck, Ack hovers just for the heck of it when he's like at Trinix sometimes.
Some arrows is in the castle.
Yep. Also, HXC Jetters. I mean, there's probably a few people. It's worth learning though. Like, I don't know. It's one of those skills that you're not gonna use that often, like necessarily, but when the time comes that there comes to be a hover seed, you're going to regret it if you don't know how to hover and you're up against somebody who can.
Yeah, you're not alone, Jetters. I can't find it either. Oh, there's the bow in Hyrule Castle to go with some arrows, I guess.
See, the thing is that hovering actually isn't that bad to learn. It's just that it's got a lot of people that think that it is, and also the fact that there's really no good tutorials.
I've tried it a few times. Like, I think I know the concept, but it just is hard to get consistent.
I thought I knew it too, but it wasn't really until somebody told me what I was doing wrong that I figured out how to get it.
So maybe I need that breakthrough too.
I could help you. I can help anybody, just message me.
There you go, Jetters. Alright, purple chest is dead.
Yeah, having a good controller matters a lot. Anyway.
I definitely see that.
Honestly, if you're on emulator, I'd say the best controller for hovering would be the 8-bit dough. The iBuffaloes are great controllers, don't get me wrong, I love my iBuffalo, but the button doesn't have enough tension to really be able to figure out hovering.
Chex has got his second crystal at 20 minutes in.
Yep.
At this rate, he'll finish it, you know, a little over an hour.
Well, I mean, that would be a very good seed. You know, I'm just hoping we get a Dark World map check one of these times, like soon, so that we know what's crystal and pendant, and most importantly, what swamp is. But I guess we'll see it eventually. They're actually getting quite a bit of items. Let's see, they're gonna need hammer, I think. Do you even need hammer all the time? I guess, let's see, you need it for ice and... Yeah, I guess you wouldn't need it every seed, would you?
You need it for swamp, ice,
and pod. And left side Ganon's tower, but if it's those three are pendants and left side of GT, I mean, if those three are pendants and it's right side big key, then yeah, I guess the hammer wouldn't necessarily always be required.
Alright, Chex is gonna go ahead and grab his cane. That bow might take a while for Chex to get to, because in Overworld glitches you have so much open to you that sometimes it's easy to put off Hyrule Castle for a while.
Yeah, I saw like I've seen some interesting ones, like a 1 hour mini Moldorm cave. It's like, this just doesn't happen in no glitches.
Yeah, I mean, once you get Moon Pearl, basically all of Dark World is open to you. So it's very easy to say, you know, I want to go finish Thieves Town and do all the blacksmith chain before, you know, going back and finally doing South Shore.
I mean, there was the one time that I saw somebody lose the race because they skipped mini Moldorm NPC and no glitches. The unique item is in Thieves Town. Interesting.
Well, that'll definitely draw me there.
And before it's like, oh, I don't know, the shovel leading to nothing.
At least it's not the single arrow.
Yep, we did find that already. Interesting. Gonna get potions? Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yep. I don't think he's getting it for safety, but he could use that blue potion to fake flute somewhere to get around faster.
Yep. Also, just want to take a moment to shout out the fact that this game is well programmed.
You can already kind of tell when people run the no major glitches seeds, but then it really starts to become apparent here.
Yeah, and this isn't even the broken stuff. Did you ever hear about the time I got bootless super speed?
No. That does sound broken.
Yeah, nobody's quite sure how I got it, but I got it twice, and I swear, I'm like 99% sure that my speed up wasn't turned on my emulator. Console emulator thingy.
Okay, I missed that. Where was the other pair of gloves?
I'm not sure. Hobo.
Wow. Alright, I want to see some Dark World action.
I want to see if Swamp is pendant or crystal. Are we gonna find out? Not yet.
This is an interesting play into GT. I think it
Shell
feels like...
It's Hobo. Also, Ganon's Tower.
Yeah. He kind of feels like Ack is a little bit hampered by the lack of the sword. It feels like he's a lot more comfortable with more of the glitches when he's able to do the spin speed.
Yeah, but you know. Also, most of left side inaccessible due to no hammer. Red mail.
Wow. The Chex just found the hammer.
Of course. Was that a reindeer sprite for the bunny sprite? Oh no, Swamp's a crystal. Joseph. Alright, Pod and Ice Palace are pendants. Green pendant at Skullwoods, and I think Swamp and Misery Mire were 5-6. Well, they're gonna have to do Agawon. So here's the question then. At what point do you do Agawon?
I don't know, when I can get access to it?
Oh true, we don't have a second sword or a cape. Is the mirror clip thing into... I'm guessing the mirror clip in there isn't in logic. But there's probably some other way.
Into where?
Aga Tower.
Oh, that one. That one is a minor glitch. But no, it's not in logic.
I don't think the clip into Aga Tower is minor. I think all mirror clips are considered major.
Well, it's not really a mirror clip. It's a fairy revival. If it's the same one that I'm thinking of.
What? Somebody needs to link me this thing.
Yeah, they kind of need. Yeah, they need a fairy for that. But you can, if you mirror right on top of the barrier at a specific location, and then you die, you let the barrier kill you, then there's one frame where you can enter Aga Tower before the barrier kicks you back up.
I'm thinking that might be considered major just due to the use of the mirror and how it's used.
Nope, it's in the minor glitch compendium.
Huh. Well, that's interesting. Also, what happened?
I don't know, I'm getting audio, but can't see what Chex is doing.
Can somebody tell us what happened?
Looks like it's on the restream end.
Wait a second, I can probably fix that. Give me 1 minute, folks. This is 5, right?
Yep.
And it's Chex. Let's see if that fixes it.
Chad is saying that his stream is showing the problem as well. Well, it'll be a mystery as to what he's doing then. Meanwhile, Ack has reset to save his mushroom. He might try to do fake powder at Magic Bat, because he has access to that as well.
Yeah. Nothing in SRL about what's going on. Maybe just needed to take a bathroom break.
Ack will be kind of disappointed to find that hammer. He was just in GT. Now he might decide to go back and check out the hammer. And Ack gets it this time. So he's got his gloves. That's good. This is what he needs to be doing.
Oh, looks like he'll be back momentarily.
Alright, Chex has figured out that his capture card or whatever needed some adjusting.
Oh, whoa.
So, we did get a hint that a unique item was in here. We might have missed it. But we'll try to see what he has. Ack is gonna get his ether, that's right. Okay, maybe it was that. Caneburna.
Well, that would be a unique item. So...
Looks like he had shovel.
You know, though, Berna does open up Spike Cave.
Yeah, that is true. Interesting that Chex went all the way through Thieves Town, even though it's Wait, is it a pendant? It's not a pendant. The pendants are Pod and Ice Mountain.
I thought so.
Okay, yeah, then it makes more sense.
I think the other was Swamp was the 5-6. Yeah, Swamp was 5-6.
Still kind of interesting to me that he wouldn't go for Turtle Rock.
It seems like everything's pointing him that way. Well, there's a fairy in the bottle.
Although I did see that chat brought up a good point. There is a way for them to clip into Agate Tower from the moat. That one is major, but they do have that. They do have that option. It's not in logic.
We know Aga's required.
It looks like Chex is messing up this one too. Alright.
Dude, we catch the Meyer medallion. Also, oh, that always looks so good to have that, I think that's a frame perfect dash, isn't it?
That's what I've been told. Yeah, 8 resolution, so because he clips in from the other portion of Dark World, the game gets confused when it's loading up the... It actually doesn't have the rain graphics loaded up when you're in the other parts of the Dark World. So when you go into Mire, it tries to look for where the rain graphics should be, and it just grabs kind of like random stuff and puts it on top. That's why it looks all messed up.
I wonder what would happen if you went into the Meyer area while in the rain state, if it would still mess up.
I haven't tried. Look at this hype cave.
Oh. You know, most games have a walk through walls cheat code. No, this game, it's just like a straight up glitch that you can do.
But it's only if you notice when while you watch them, they can only go into the diagonals. So all of these clips that they do, they all start with a diagonal, or clipping into a diagonal, and then from there they can walk into things.
Details.
Okay, Ack is gonna come back here and check the hammerlock side. I bet he's really hoping for a sword. It is in logic to get off of Dark Death Mountain into the rest of the Dark World without the sword, but Ack just may not feel comfortable doing that. And then on
Ack
Chex's
trying for
side,
hover.
all right.
Oh, that's clean.
On Chex's side, like I said before, he's put off Hyrule Castle because there's just all this other stuff to do.
I did not even know that color red was in the game. Did you see the color of the water when he went up?
Yeah, I haven't seen that clip before. Chex always shows us something new. He's got so many tricks up his sleeve. I feel like this is a good play by Ack because there's just so many items in GT. And the glitch modes, they don't have any junk pre-fill into GT, so all the chests in GT have a chance of holding something good.
Yep, plus, yeah, he can finish GT. Gonna have to hover Moldorm too, but clearly that's no big deal for him. Hello, Chexhuman. How are you? Also, the laser bridge.
Yep.
You know, my friend loves to say, the answer's always laser bridge, except when it's not laser bridge. And today it's not laser bridge. Nor does it seem to be that GT is the answer.
Yeah, didn't seem like Ack really found anything useful. He's gonna
Not
go
even a
all the top.
sword. Oh my. Alright. Well, since Ack's not gonna be getting any items anytime soon, let's just see what Turtle Rock's got for us.
Actually, yeah, since we're at the 45-minute mark, it's useful to see what exactly do they need. It looks like we're just looking for a mirror for Swamp Palace and a second sword.
Yep. Yep, that sounds right. Also, does Chex really not have the moon pearl? I'm sure he does. I didn't see him do a bunny revival. Hovering's perfectly allowed. Well, there's the cave, which is our Swamp Palace Swamp Palace hookshot thing. Though we still don't have access now that I think about it. Goodness, where is this mirror? Watch it be right here, just to spite me.
The mitts is probably weighing heavily on Chex's mind. We normally we don't like to see mitts in the Overworld glitch seeds because it opens some locations that we can usually get around.
Like Ice Palace.
Yeah. So mirror could be an Ice Palace. Could be on Blacksmith. We got the hint about purple chest, so it's not there.
Could be on Pet as well.
Ouch. $10 arrows, 20 rupees at the top of GT.
I'm surprised there's no overworld glitches to get into, like, Swamp without the mirror.
Well, you can get in, you can just check the hint, and then that's it. So far, it looks like Turtle Rock was not the answer.
Alright, Ack gets the hover. So, I'm just gonna say this now from experience. It's really awkward to hover while Moldorm is dying, just because the lag changes, or seems to. I don't know, I have issues with it anyway.
Oh, that's the only way that I'm able to hover. When I release 4 good bees and turn on the Cane of Burna, then I can hover that gap.
Don't forget to hold out your sword, too. I'm just kidding. Although I have seen somebody do that, and it's like, how do you even position your hand in a way that works?
Yeah, I can't hold out my sword.
Well, that was a hammer Acktheboker.
Nix has the second sword.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait, what? Hold on. Chat, what are you... I'm so confused. Anyway, Acktheboker down for Acktheboker. Absolutely nothing in GT. Man. How often do you see an absolute trash Ganon's Tower in Overworld glitches?
Not that often, but when it happens, you always feel really bad for spending all that time in there.
Well, you also know that your opponent will probably do the same, though, so it's not as bad.
Yeah, Chex is just gonna tag.
Oh, man, that was clean. Oh, that's true. Well, no, we don't have mirror. Is Mimic? I don't think Mimic Cave's in Logic without me.
Yeah, you need mirror to logically access Mimic Cave. We did find some ways to get around that, but at least we know mirror's not there.
I mean, do we know the Meyer medallion yet?
They have all the medallions, so that doesn't matter.
True, so Mimic Cave can't have anything. Not worthy of note, anyway. Also, we found a Master Sword somewhere.
Yeah, Trinex had the sword. And the bow is in Hyrule Castle.
Huh. Where was the other sword? Trinex and what?
It was in a waterfall cave.
Okay.
Ack slowly wiggling his way up that mountain. We always like that sequence. Oh, and then he's using this way to get back to Hera. Yeah, it's intimidating to do the screen wrap on Death Mountain to get to Hera, because the boulders are kind of raining down on you.
Yeah. You know, it says all minor glitches, and yet the pod potion glitch is not in logic.
Yeah, all minor glitches is deceiving. There are a lot of, I would say, obscure minor glitches that are definitely not in the logic. Actually, there are a lot of more common minor glitches that are still not in logic, like just water walking into the waterfall fairy cave is not actually in logic still. Nobody's fixed that yet.
Yeah, because it was found after the last time it was properly updated.
Yes, we actually got an update a few months ago, but they neglected to add that one in. So that wasn't a proper update either, I would say.
Nice Moldorm fight. Ack probably gonna hover over the pit just to scare us all to death. But he gets it.
GT is probably looking pretty attractive to Chex at this point, so we might see him do that right after picking up this hook fish.
Yep.
But yeah, where is this mirror?
How much of pod have we seen?
I don't think we've seen any of it. I don't think we've seen any of the pendant dungeons.
Could be pod, could be ice, could be Skullwoods. Could be Meyer. Could be Ped.
Chex might be going over to check Hookshot Cave, maybe?
Possibly. There it is!
Alright, Ack, you gotta get this hover down. I'm sure he's got it. Maybe I should have said anything. I might have just cursed him.
I've seen him hover the bridge to Trunks. This is no big deal. Like I said, no big deal. Now just needs one more hover. Yeah. And there's his mirror. He's still 2 swords for go mode, though.
And possibly the medallion, too.
Oh, hello, flute.
So, Chex just needs to find the bow, which is in Hyrule Castle. It might take him quite a while to get there, so he's gonna first clear all of GT, and then probably check out Meyer, since he can clear it. Ack just needs the 2 swords and whatever the Meyer medallion is that we don't know. Or we couldn't see it in the rain, I guess, when Chex passed by it.
Yeah. 8 resolution. I am happy that I am not the only one that has been around that long. Dr. Bob.
Wonder where the other swords are.
Who knows? Maybe Ice Palace, maybe a pendant. Who knows?
Ack gets his cape. He still can't get his hookshot. He needs a sword for the curtains.
Yes, he does. Although he'll get that from Trinex, if he opts to defeat him. Yeah, so the hookshot is on the lumberjack ledge, which requires Aghanim defeated to get, so... And Swamp is a crystal, so no matter how much he can hover, doesn't matter. Where'd you say the other sword was? In the bow?
The sword is in Waterfall Fairy Cave. And the bow is in the map chest of Hyrule Castle, I think.
Okay. Oh dear. Hyrule Castle could be an issue.
Yeah. So it's still a race here. I mean, Chex might close to last location, Hyrule Castle. And once Ack has his first sword here, I think he'll be a lot more comfortable getting around.
Also, we just hit the 1 hour mark. Yeah, Chad's saying Chex doesn't like Hyrule Castle. That could be an issue.
I think it's the things that probably are affecting it is that he's already checked the back and the dark sewers. And one of the common things to do is to check Hyrule Castle along with Pyramid Fairy if you have the mirror, because you can just mirror from the pyramid back to the castle. But Chex has so much other stuff to do. It doesn't feel like a very appealing place to go check right now.
Yeah. Probably gonna close to the last level. Come on, Chex, mirror. No. So is Ganon always in the pyramid? Or does he just like spawn there?
Yeah, he's always there. I mean, there's ways to get rid of him as well, but we won't worry about that. Those kinds of shenanigans.
Oh yeah, I guess that is true.
Alright, Ack is closing the gap. If he finds like a sword in Swamp Palace, then it might be hard for Chex to get back into it.
Yeah, that's gonna be sad if so. I am the quacking duck, flying to and fro. I have silly web feet, look at me go. Flying around my way, fly you at your will. I do not charge a fee, but still have a bill. Also, shoutouts to DT. Oh man, Chuck's gonna pull through Swamp.
Yeah, this is the likely next
Or
destination
not.
of... Oh. Oh, it's okay. He saves his portal, he could just fly back there. This is a quick check. But Swamp is likely where Ack is going to go next, so I think if your Chex, even though you don't know it, you want to hope that there's not a sword in Swamp.
I mean, it depends what the Meyer medallion is. Where were Bombos and Quake?
I feel like Bombos was in Thieves Town? I don't remember. Quake. Somewhere on the west side of Dark World 2, I want to say.
Well, in any case, Acktheboker.
Oh, that's right. Chad is saying Bombos was in Waterfall along with the sword. That sounds right. So that means Quake was in Thieves Town or something. No. Quake was close to Thieves Town? Because I remember finding Burna in Thieves Town.
I don't remember, honestly. Bo is in Hyrule Castle. And that's Aga 1 down for Ack.
The big key. We'll see if Chex decides to come back in. See what it will be. I feel like there's not that many items on the left side.
Yeah. You know, the sake of knowing. Are we getting a pet check? Wait, we don't have book. No. I was gonna say, why are we going this direction?
Well, it's because he doesn't have the mitts yet. He hasn't checked Hobo. Nice quick kill with the ice rod. Oh. So Argus does have a sword.
Oh boy, so I'm guaranteed to get another sword.
Yeah, this route is fine. He'll do Thieves Town and then work his way down to Swamp. And he could check the Myra Medallion along the way as well.
Well, there's the book.
Chex is definitely on a clock here. One of the things that happens though is at a certain point you may just think, well, I've avoided a location for so long that if there's something in there and my opponent checked it early, I've just lost anyways, so there's no point in checking it.
Yeah, I suppose that's true too. But then again, with an item, a location like Hyrule Castle that a lot of people don't really do early, then it's not really too bad of a thing, because you just think, well, maybe he skipped it too.
It'll depend on like whether Chex has scouted Act out and what he thinks about Act's playstyle.
I try not to think about what my opponent's doing while I'm playing. It's just like, I just play to have fun.
I find that is a very relaxing way to approach things.
Yep. It's like, I know I'm gonna lose anyway, so just have fun with it. I have only won 3 times in a race before, and one of them was due to some very unfortunate circumstances.
Yep, Chex is gonna go ahead and clear Meyer. Oh, it's Ether. So Act doesn't even have to go to Waterfall.
The next well, he'll be in go mode once he gets the sword from Argus, but he'll have to do that anyway.
This book is causing Chex to waste more time.
I mean, I'd love to say he's running out of locations, but he's not really running out of locations.
Yeah. Yeah, you could go check out Pod and Eastern, Ice Palace. Oh, Quake was in Thieves Town when Blind was holding it.
Yeah, so we're in no mode, but the runners are not in go mode.
I think Act might be starting to wonder what's going on, because when you've been in just sword for go mode for a long time, you start to feel like your opponent must have found a sword somewhere before you a long time ago.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting. Where was... Oh, right. Never mind. So if Chex gets his, bow soon, then it could be interesting to see how things come down to it.
think it's reasonable for... Ooh, Ack almost got stuck there. Okay, good, you got out.
Did Chex do Acktheboker?
He has not done... He did not do the climb yet. Because he doesn't have bows, so he might have felt like it wasn't worth it at this point.
Ah, true. Although there is a trick to do that, but... I mean, I would think that the movement would be fairly similar to most, overworld glitches, but... I don't know, maybe he just hasn't practiced.
It's subtly different. I'm sure Chex could do it easily if he's looked at it. I don't know if he has though. Ack is doing Misery Mire first, so he's gonna full clear it just as Chex is doing, so at least there's no time gain over here.
Yeah, but if Ack does just go straight to Swamp and pray there's a sword, he's gonna get his sword and be in go mode and ready to face Ganon.
Yeah, I think even if Chex were to go to Hyrule Castle right after this, I think he might still be behind.
I mean, he still has to do Eastern, he still has to do the Agate Tower climb. Agate Tower climb would probably be longer than the Swamp Dive. Assuming that Ack doesn't do left side, but why would he if he's just a sword away from go mode?
Chex is trying to set up this spooky glitch.
Xiaopan, he still needs a sword. Cannot defeat Ganon with a regular, just plastic sword. You need at least one upgrade. Also, nice, old-fashioned spooky. Just remember it, HXC jitters, there is no spoon. Defeat Ganon.
Alright. Ack is probably going to save a little bit of time over that fight.
Yeah, Bow and Silvers makes it a very trivial fight.
Alright, Chex. Where are you going?
Flute to 4. No! That's the wrong flute spot!
Might be checking the book first? The tablet?
Maybe.
Might be doing Pyramid Fairy. Yeah. We just gotta see if he dives into Hyrule Castle after this.
We can hope.
Or he'll check Hyrule Castle first. Heck is gonna check his disappointing hype cave for a sword.
Well, he'll probably go straight to Swamp after this. Maybe check Bombo's tablet. No, he doesn't have book or a sword, so yeah, straight to Swamp it is. Also, vanilla gold sword.
Alright, Chex is gonna hit go mode slightly before Ack, but
Sorry. There are no chests in vanilla Pyramid Fairy, it's just added there in the random.
Alright. But I think Chex has some time to. He's gonna need to make a. Although, I mean, he's gonna go into Ganon with Butter versus Axe Masters.
Chex is in go mode, yes, but Axe going to be in go mode, and Chex still has to do Aga too, so I think Axe still has.
Yeah. I would still put Ack in the lead. But you never know. We'll see if Ack does left side looking for a sword.
I doubt it, at least not before going to Argus. So does each set of runners have to face each other twice in groups, or 3 times, or what?
2 times.
Okay. Alright, and that's his last crystal. Still gonna have to defeat Ega too, though.
Yeah.
And with Ack about to enter the Argus fight and gonna get his Master Sword, yeah, this is pretty much over.
Chex needs to figure out some way to glitch to Aga 2 on the fly here.
I mean, there probably is a way. I'm pretty sure I saw Andy do some door glitch once, but that's not allowed in this, obviously.
Yeah, he needs to find a legal way.
And there's go mode for Ack.
We'll have to ask Ack what he's thinking right now.
Well, this is still gonna be a decently close race, probably 5 minutes or less in between.
Yep, and tiebreakers are a thing during the group stage. Some number of the third place finishers from the groups will advance to brackets, and it will depend on tiebreakers. Basically, how soon you finished after your opponent.
Man, I still remember the days when they'd do like 32-person races and only one would advance. That was that was a thing to try to track.
Alright, Ack is on phase 3.
Asder, it was the hook shot. I know, right? Alcaves. I think it was like he fake powdered or something, and powder was in Pendant Ice Palace. Wasn't it?
I heard about that one. And the fake powder hadn't been discovered all that long ago at the time.
Yeah. I think that was my first time hearing about it. Yeah, it was.
And the pig is down. Get your GGs in chat for Ack.
With an official time of 1:30:34. Also, hello, Ack in chat. You gonna join us for an interview or nah?
And there's Ack. GG's.
GG, guys.
GG's. So how about that seed?
Yeah, there's a lot of emotions for me in that one. I was really frustrated at the start because I couldn't remember how to get over the desert. I thought I knew, but I didn't.
Oof.
Do you have an idea of what happened on Chex's side?
Yeah, I would assume it was probably maybe just a little bit of back and forth with the mirror, or it was the bow.
Yeah, it was the bow.
Yeah. That was a predestined strategy to maybe do escape a little bit earlier in these matches, because I feel like I'm not very good at the glitches, so if I want to steal a game, go to escape, because no one ever goes.
Sounds like a pretty good strategy.
That actually is a very good strategy. So your opponent is currently facing Vienna with the butter sword and silvers.
I can't believe Argus had a sword that was like, oh god, I can't believe.
Yeah, so do you want to know where the other two swords were?
I think they had already mentioned in chat, but Waterfall and Pyramid Fairy. I was actually planning on doing Pyramid Fairy with Aga 1, but then I was like, man, it would take forever to die to get off the mountain to do it, so I didn't. Was the flute the unique item in Hera Basement?
Was
No,
it?
we found something else there. I don't remember what.
Maybe the shovel or Bombos. I'm just looking at the items he had. I saw that there was a unique item there.
Yeah, Bombos was next to the sword in Waterfall. Yeah, Chex had checked Hera a lot earlier before we saw the hint, so we kind of glossed over it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, Check's about to finish. Get your GG chat with a 133.58.
It did seem like you were struggling there for a while with the lack of the sword, though. Did you feel that?
Yes, and I know that like a lot of the to get to the Dark World, I utilize spin speed and stuff like that, and I felt really trapped until that sword, because I was like, I don't quite know how to get off the mountain. I think maybe you can just do a normal clip and you get off, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it is a slightly different setup.
GG checks.
Chex is still muted, so we'll see when he has a chance to join.
GG.
GG's. So how about that seat?
This is pretty flat. So finding go mode and escape is kind of dumb.
The bow
Yeah.
is your go mode?
Yeah.
You don't want to know what my go mode was?
Okay. Tell me.
Mine was the Master Sword from Argus, as I had finished my last crystal.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I did Eastern, Desert, Hera, GT, and Turtle Rock without a...
Right. Yeah, and then... Oh, wow. So
yeah,
you did
I hovered
Trinex.
I hovered everything, yeah.
True.
The first sword was from Trinex, yeah, and then I went and grabbed my hook shot from there, and then I just did Thieves' Mire and Swamp, and I was like, will a sword ever show up?
My first one was the waterfall, so I guess you didn't get that.
No, I never went over there. Yeah, I did hammer Aga 2, all the fun stuff.
Nice.
Yeah, Waterfall also had bombos, and Hobo had the mitts, so not doing the flipper locations is kind of hurting you there.
I think it probably helped me in the end. I mean, I did have a plan to do escape early, but I mean, I also did escape a little bit earlier too because I was a little bit frazzled on what glitches I knew how to perform to do anything at that point in the game. So I was like, crap, I don't know what I should do. So I just did that also. I really don't like not having a sword or pearl in Overworld glitch.
Yeah.
So, what does that put you guys in terms of records for your groups?
I think I have 3 and 2.
I'm 2 and 1 now, I think. Yeah.
Okay, both winning records.
Yeah.
So really tough group, though. I mean, I don't know. All I could have asked for was maybe I could still win game, but this group is really scary, and I don't know. Overworld glitches is fun, but I definitely don't practice it enough.
I'm scared too.
Hey, maybe we could just get a big giant tiebreaker or something like that.
No.
Or Zero Rush.
No, never again.
Just destroy me, and then you don't have to worry about that too, which is pretty likely as well.
Those giant tiebreakers were a disaster.
Nah, I mean, we're all here to race and have fun, so why not?
Because it's hell for the trackers.
I mean, you know, sorry we make it so difficult for you. We try to slow. I mean, I at least made sure to slow down and find the swords as slow as I could. I did that specifically for the tracker, not for my own well-being, of course.
No, I remember the one tiebreaker. It wasn't so bad that we were tracking everything. It's just like they kept adding items. You're like, oh, by the way, can you add this to the list? And it's like, I don't know which runner has this. But yeah.
Yeah, but nice. GG Chexhuman. Fun series. Fun seeds. They were all really fast.
I suppose.
Oh, this isn't fast? I don't know, dude. I had a rough go in the last tournament. I think I had a couple that were over 2 hours.
Oh, yeah. This is relatively fast for sure. I just missed my opportunity to go into escape the first time. After beating Agaton would have been perfect. I just forgot. But I came back later. At least I didn't do Ice Palace first.
Did you go into Pod and Skullwoods and stuff too?
I went into Skullwoods just for no reason, basically.
Okay.
And I forgot I had Fire Rod too, so I just dipped out of it. I did not go into Pod. I did not go into Eastern, so that was good.
Oh, okay.
So it was relatively fast seed for me.
Yeah, in terms of time, I think it's one of the faster ones, but I'm sure it didn't feel very fast for you guys. At the end, you're both looking for that one item for like 20 minutes and finding nothing.
Exactly.
It didn't feel so bad for me because I could have definitely saved time. Well, I mean, just the time of having a tempered sword makes things faster. But the dungeons I had left, and how I was planning on routing them, like I would have saved a little bit of time, knowing I would have been able to go mode them. But for the most part, they were all really linear, so it wasn't too big of. Yeah, I think that's definitely the first seed that I've done all 7 crystals, AGA 1 and AGA 2 with Fighter Sword maximum, though. I don't think that's ever happened.
That's pretty fun when that happens.
I was actually enjoying, and then hovering and all the silly nonsense. I had a good time. I was really stressed at the beginning, but that leveled me out a little bit.
Oh yeah, chat is asking you checks about what happened to your stream. Was it your capture card or something?
Yeah, my capture card failed.
Well, we were happy to see it come back. I mean, we could hear the audio, so at least we knew that your game hadn't crashed or anything.
Right. Just mention it in IRC if it ever happens, and I'll just reset it.
Alright, did you guys have any other last thoughts on this seed?
Oh, no, guys. Thank you for the commentary, tracking, and restream. Really appreciate it, guys. So.
Thanks again.
Fun watching. Alright, well, this has been a fun race. I hope to see everybody next race. With that, I've been Math Girl, and I'll leave you with the last word.
Me with the last word?
Yeah.
Alright. So, I think that's it for the... Let me pull up the schedule. But that's definitely all for this tournament tonight. And I don't see anything on the other channels right now. But tomorrow we have... Oh, I have a race tomorrow. Oh yeah, I better not forget that. So I have one at 2 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Go ahead and tune into that. I'm playing against Glenn. Although that hasn't been assigned a channel yet. But if you like watching Overworld glitches, just stay tuned onto all the SpeedGaming channels. We have a lot more matches coming, all during this tournament. So thank you to our tracker, Sammy Mess, and my co-commentator, Math Girl, and thank you everyone for watching.
Now you were right.